ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀਓ। ਸਲੋਕ ਮਨ ਇੱਛਾ ਦਾਨ ਕਰਣੰ ਸਰਬਤਰ ਆਸਾ ਪੂਰਨੈ ਖੰਡਣੰ ਕਲ ਕਲੇਸ਼ੈ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਸਿਮਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਨਹਿ ਦੂਰਣੈ ਹਬ ਰੰਗ ਮਾਨ ਹੈ ਜਿਸ ਰੰਗ ਤੈ ਸਿਓ ਲਾਈਐ ਨੇਹੁ ਸੋ ਸ਼ੋ ਬਿੰਦ ਨਾ ਵਿਸਰੋ ਨਾਨਕ ਜਿਨ ਸੁੰਦਰ ਰਚਿਆ ਦੇਹੁ। ਪੌੜੀ ਜਿਉ ਪ੍ਰਾਨ ਤਨ ਧਨ ਦੀਆ ਦੀਨੇ ਰਸ ਭੋਗ ਗ੍ਰਹਿ ਮੰਦਰ ਰਥ ਅਸ ਦੀਏ ਰਚ ਭਲੇ ਸੰਜੋਗ ਸੁਤ ਬਨਿਤਾ ਸਾਜਨ ਸੇਵਕ ਦੀਏ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਦੇਵਨ ਜੋਗ ਹਰਿ ਸਿਮਰਤ ਤਨ ਮਨ ਹਰਿਆ ਲਹਿ ਜਾਹੇ ਵਿਜੋਗ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗ ਹਰ ਗੁਣ ਰਮਹੋ ਬਿਨ ਸੇ ਸਭ ਰੋਗ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗ ਹਰ ਗੁਣ ਰਮਹੋ ਬਿਨ ਸੇ ਸਭ ਰੋਗ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, today's ਪਾਵਨ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਹੁਕਮਨਾਮਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ from Sachkhand Sri Harmandir Sahib is on Ang 706, blessed to us by Guru Arjun Dev Ji Padshah. Today, Padshah Ji is saying to us in this beautiful Salok, they say that man ichha daan karanang, man ichha daan karanang. They're saying, they're reminding us of that one, the one that blesses us with what? With man ichha, with our mind's desires. Daan karanang, daan means gift, means that it is Vaheguru Ji themselves that gifts us with our mind's desires. Kende man ichha daan karanang sarbatra asa purana, sarbatra all. Asa means all my hopes. Purane, the one that fulfills all my hopes as well. Who is that? That is Vaheguru Ji themselves. Sangat Ji, how does this all work? Because the truth is that there's just this energy of Vaheguru Ji spread out everywhere amongst everything. Even that one, if everything is that one, then even that place where my thought comes from, even that itself holds a certain amount of energy. It's a particular type of energy, even my thought is. And when my thought is strong enough, my man ichha, that desire of within my mind of whatever it is to obtain in this life, they're saying if there's enough faith behind that, if that thought is coming from that place of purity where there's enough faith behind it, or there's enough conviction behind and the willingness of actually committing towards that thought that is being produced of that desire. Kande man ichha daan karanang, and there's such a nature that is working of Vaheguru Ji's that it will start to manifest that into reality, that desire that we have. Sangat Ji, many people have many different ways of doing this. Some people say that, some people draw out a vision board. Some people do it a different way. But the thing is, whether somebody draws out a vision board to say, these are my goals, this is what I want to reach in life. And these could be worldly things. I'm not talking about spirituality here. These could be worldly things. But Sangat Ji, Pacha Ji is saying to us, there's a law of Vaheguru Ji that if we look at what Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji say to us in Sri Japji Sahib, they say, Aakh hai, Mang hai, Deh, Deh, Daat kare, Daatar. They're saying that Aakh hai, that we say Aakh hai, and the Aakh hai might not be out loud, it might be within our mind. And somebody is Aakh hai, how is Mang hai, is saying and asking. Mang hai means asking, that whatever somebody's desire is, whatever somebody's vision is, it's a mang. It's a request before the one that is the most powerful one. Kende Aakh hai, Mang hai. And then what happens is, Sangat Ji, whether that Aakh hai is in the form of a vision board, whether that Aakh hai is out loud words, that those words that are shared into this whole entire cosmos, that connection, that conversation with Vaheguru Ji, or whether that be a conversation with somebody else, or whether that remains just as a thought inside this mind. Sangat Ji, that is Aakh hai. Then after that comes Aakh hai, Mang hai. Mang hai means that it comes from a place of a request, place of humility. And then there's a law of Vaheguru Ji, that how it all works, kende Aakh hai, Mang hai. And then that what Vaheguru Ji does is that as the laws of Vaheguru Ji work, how this nature works, somehow or another, that faith that we have inside of that request, it starts becoming reality. Everything in our life, we start attracting it towards us. We start walking towards it in whichever way you want to look at it. It makes no difference. Kende Deh, Pacha is saying that then that is then given to us. Deh, that giver of gifts starts to bring it to us. Deh, Daat kare Daatar. Daatar means the giver, Daat means the gift, whatever we have in our mind. And that's why, because it's the actual law of how things work, we've got to be very careful in then what it is that we are actually asking for. Sangat Ji, just coming back, looking back at the actual Hukamnama Sahib itself, what Sache Pacha Ji saying here, kende man ichha daan karanang sarbatra asa purana. That means that what we are actually asking for, what we are actually putting out there. Many of times we have experienced this, that when we actually get to what our desire was, that when we get there, we might not actually be satisfied with it, and we might say, actually, this isn't it. So in this life to live, there's no harm, there's nothing wrong in having a vision, in having that desire to reach a certain goal, a certain place in life. But what we've got to do is contemplate enough within our mind to know, is it something that is it the right thing? Is it actually what we want? And that comes with deep contemplation, looking at our previous life and learning from it. What often happens is what is sitting in our memory bank, it becomes our cause of suffering. Whenever somebody starts to dwell in the past, all of that is within our memory isn't so it can become our suffering, it's so that we can become an experience of life that taught us something, that we can go back to and say, actually, this happened and it folded out this way. So I know the last time I actually thought this very thing is going to bring me happiness, that you know what, it actually didn't. But now what happens is I forget. When I lose it, then I want it again, not realizing it didn't actually bring me that what I was expecting from it. So Sangat Ji, it's about the expectation we have from it. So we've got to be clear within ourselves of what we want to achieve in this life. For somebody that may be that they want to work towards becoming a doctor, and that is their vision, that is their goal. But when they get there, it might be that, oh wow, this isn't it. This isn't satisfying me. So there's one thing in realizing that there is no thing in the world that can bring us that ultimate bliss, that anand from inside, that we will have to find from inside. But this will in this life, and we're gonna serve in this life in different ways. So Sangat ji, it's very important for us to remember that it's not wrong, because people use this language a lot. We have a lot of questions coming to us. Is it wrong to say this? Is it wrong to do this? Is it wrong to ask for this? So the truth is, if somebody has got that vision in their life that they want to become a doctor, for example, because I know a few members even from Sangat that are working towards that at the moment. But the truth is, Satguru Ji saying that you've got to know for sure inside. And one way to be sure inside is Paach is saying kende vidya vichari ta par upakari. So Paach ji saying to us kende vidya vichari. Kende you've gotten all this education. Vidya means this knowledge, this wisdom, this education that you have now accumulated, and it serves a purpose. We need that education now. So it was like Sangat ji, yesterday I was having a conversation with my wife, and we was talking about something to do with finance and money. And I said to her, I said, well, actually that would be 1/6 of the amount if you was to put that much in. And my son was listening to this and he picked up on that. And he said, Daddy, is that fractions? 1/6? And I said, yes, beta. So, meaning that there's things that we learn in life that can serve a purpose in life. But the most important thing to remember is those desires, those visions that we've got. What is that pure driving force behind them? The pure driving force behind them is Vidya Vichari, that what I actually am Vichari, now contemplating this wisdom that I am receiving, it is only worth my while if ta par upakari, that from that I can become somebody that is of helping nature, something that actually brings good to others, somebody that is par means others, upakari, that can be there where it can be of benefit to others in a positive way. So Sangat ji, it's not just, yes, that there's a law where all those desires will be completed for us. But for many people, they say, well, I wanted this and it didn't happen for me. ਉਹਦੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਇੱਕ ਕਾਰਨ ਆ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ, ਉਹਦੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਕਾਰਨ ਇਹ ਆ ਕਿ ਉਹਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਜੋ ਉਹਦੀ ਇੱਛਾ ਸੀ, ਉਹਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਉਹ ਸ਼ਰਧਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਰੱਖੀ ਹੋਈ. And the reason for that is because today's age, why those desires don't get completed. And remember, the condition behind the desire for it to serve and give us any form of satisfaction is if there's par upakar behind it. The driving force behind it is ta par upakari, if it's going to bring a positive benefit to others in their life. So Sangat ji Paach ji can lage. So the other reason, Sangat ji, I was talking about, we have got so stuck today in doubt and in thought that we don't have that faith left anymore. And that's why it worked for those that were innocent in their life. For those like Bhagat Naji that had so much innocence in his life that everything that he desired, he was able to manifest it for himself. So Sangat ji, that we read Bhagat Naji's words, and Bhagat Naji is so innocent at heart, and Bhagat Naji say, Diyal Tera Arta, they say that Bhagat Ji say something, they ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜੋ ਜਨ ਤੁਮਰੀ ਭਗਤ ਕਰਨ ਤੇ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜੋ ਜਨ ਤੁਮਰੀ ਭਗਤ ਕਰਨ ਤੇ ਤਿਨ ਕੇ ਕਾਜ ਸਵਾਰਤਾ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ whoever, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ your jan, your servants, bhagat, that devote themselves to you, karante tinke kaaj swarta, you saw everything out for them. And you know, I'm trying to get away from this, you resolve their affairs, because I was saying the other day, it's not how I would talk, so you know, why am I using these terms just because they are written by somebody else? So Sangat Ji, something that we could all relate to is like, you know, Vaheguru Ji will sort it. You know, you don't have to worry about it. Jo jan tumri bhagat karante. Bhagat Tanna Ji was so innocent, pyareo, that they said to Vaheguru Ji, Gopal tera arta, and we hear the word arti, but Bhagat Tanna Ji saying here arta. Why are they saying arta instead of arti? Sangat Ji, the reason for that, somebody can say it's for poetic reasons, to keep it in that poetic measure, it's for this, for that. But pyareo, pyar vich aake kise Mahapurkha ne bachan kite, within so much love filled in their heart, a Mahapurkh did a bachan. Mahapurkh meaning a great being, a lover of Vaheguru Ji. They did bachan, kende Vaheguru Ji ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਰੂਪ ਧਾਰਨ ਕਰਕੇ ਭਗਤ ਧੰਨਾ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਜਦੋਂ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਨੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ when Vaheguru Ji gave darshan to ਭਗਤ ਧੰਨਾ ਜੀ and took on a form. Sangat Ji, we think that ਇਹ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ, how can these things happen? Anything can happen. The truth is that, you know, when we look into the world of science, me and my wife was watching this little video yesterday, and it was about the Ice Age, and it was talking about the scientists, the discoveries that they have come to, and they say that you know, they have so many disagreements, they have so many disputes amongst themselves. Some scientists say they are saying one thing, another scientist saying another thing, but we put so much faith into this science, saying that it's only about what they have proved. Absolutely not. Sangat Ji, that us, we don't know. That's why Pacha Ji say to us in Sri Japji Sahib di Bani, kende ke kete bil lahe, kende that there are so many people that are bil lahe, meaning that are going round and round in circles, and they finding that they're going into more and more turmoil in their brain, in their head. Why? Because they're trying to work out the end of Vaheguru Ji. They're trying to understand it all. But Vaheguru Ji is so just beyond what we could even imagine that Vaheguru Ji can do. That Bhagat Tanna, when Vaheguru Ji manifested into an actual form and gave Bhagat Tanna Ji darshan, because their bhakti was so innocent, their devotion was so innocent, Vaheguru Ji said, kende, this innocent conversation, kende Vaheguru Ji said, kende Tanna, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕੋਈ ਆਰਤੀ ਹੀ ਸੁਣਾ ਦੇ. ਆਰਤੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ actually means devotional worship. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ why don't you sing some words of devotional worship? And Vaheguru Ji knows exactly. Bhagat Tanna Ji is uneducated. Bhagat Tanna Ji is a very simple farmer, and Sangat Ji, many of those days didn't even have education up to the point where they could read and write. And today we think that we have to become so knowledgeable to make that link with Vaheguru Ji, but the truth is, who is it, those desires that actually fold out for them, is for those that have got that unwavering faith and innocence. Only those that have got innocence can have that faith. And pyareo, because otherwise most people today get so caught up in their thoughts and start working it out in their intellect is just going full steam ahead, trying to work things out. How is this going to happen? Is this possible? No. But this, that and the other, not having a clue that we are actually we are falling into that trap of trying to get to the end of Vaheguru Ji. But Bhagat Tanna Ji, how much innocence did they have? Rab Ji ਕਹਿਣ ਲੱਗੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੁਣਾ ਦੇ ਧੰਨਿਆ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆਰਤੀ ਭਗਤ ਧੰਨਾ ਜੀ ਰੱਬ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿਣ ਲੱਗੇ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੇ ਰੱਬ ਜੀ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਆਰਤੀ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਨਹੀਂ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਮੈਂ ਇੰਦਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਆ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਮੈਂ ਸੁਣਾ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਆਰਤਾ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ। This says, you know what, I don't know how to, I don't know any of this devotional worship, these words that people sing. This says I'll just do an arta. This is I'll do an arta. It's random, it doesn't really mean anything. But Bhagat Tanna Ji said, look at the love inside somebody that is innocent. ਉਹ ਕਹਿਣ ਲੱਗੇ ਭਗਤ ਧੰਨਾ ਜੀ ਰੱਬ ਨੂੰ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇੰਨਾ ਪਤਾ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ I know this much for sure, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜੋ ਜਨ ਤੁਮਰੀ ਭਗਤ ਕਰਨ ਤੇ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ I know this, whoever devotes themselves to you with love and faith, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜੋ ਜਨ ਤੁਮਰੀ ਭਗਤ ਕਰਨ ਤੇ ਤਿਨਕੇ ਕਾਜ ਸਵਾਰਤਾ, you will sort everything out for them. Sangat ji, some of these words, even though they may have an antriv bhav, they may have a deeper meaning inside of them, because we talk about that we shouldn't be asking for worldly things. No, Sangat ji, the truth is that those that we're here to live in this world, it's as long as we know that these very things that may be essential to us for living, yes, we've not got that expectation within our mind that they are going to bring us eternal bliss. But there's one thing, Sangat ji, that Bhagat Tanna ji, we all know. Is this true or not? The truth is, ਸਾਡੇ ਘਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੇ, there's children in our house. ਜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਘਰ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਖਾਣਾ ਮੁੱਕ ਜਾਵੇ, if we run out of food within our house, we've got children to feed. ਸੱਚ ਕਰਕੇ ਮੰਨਿਓ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਮਨ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਇੱਕ ਇੱਛਾ ਪੈਦਾ ਹੋਗੀ ਕਿ ਮਨਾ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਖਾਣਾ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਈਏ. There will be a desire inside. There will be a hope inside. I hope we are able to get some food. There will be a desire inside for food. Somebody will be saying to you, ਤੂੰ ਰੱਬ ਦੀ ਭਗਤੀ ਕਰ ਲਾ, ਉਹਦੀ ਅੰਦਰ ਭਗਤੀ ਚੱਲਦੀ ਆ ਕਿ ਕਿਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਦਾਣਾ ਰੋਟੀ ਦਾ ਹੀ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਵੇ. That if I was to even get a grain of roti here, that I can survive and remain alive. That pyareo, because these are the essentials of life. And if you haven't got them, then living becomes difficult. But where we fall is thinking that is it. When I get that, then that I'm going to have eternal bliss. But no, being sensible and knowing this is actually just an essential item of surviving and living that I need. So having that drive towards getting that is important as well. So that's why Bhagat Tanna ji said in so much innocence, kende dal sida mango kiyo, kende minno ta Vaheguru ji, kende I know that you sort it all, because when I needed dal, you gave me dal, meaning that Vaheguru ji, you showed me the way of how to produce dal through this dharti, through this earth. Hey Vaheguru ji, I realized that as you are standing before me, that you gave me this realization that you have given me the opportunity through this dharti, through this earth. You have provided this earth for us so that we can actually then plant a seed here and we can grow whatever it is that we need to survive. Sangat, so this is a lot deeper than we actually think. But the desire comes first, that I need that dal, but that desire of that dal comes, then that realization comes, then that Vaheguru Ji will speak to us from inside and they'll say that I've given you this dharti, and from this dharti I've given you these hands, I've given you the strength, I've given you the ability to go and grow something from this dharti that I have provided you with. And Sangat ji, as we start to live like this, we'll start to say from inside, Vah, Vah, Vah. We'll be in awe, we'll be in vismad, we'll be wonderstruck, we'll be living. Imagine in our life becoming like that. Imagine our life becoming, we look at the dharti and we're like, Vah, we'll say vismad dharti. I'm in awe of you, Vaheguru Ji, when I look at this earth, that through this earth that you provide me with the dal. Kande dal sida mango kiyo mango. Mango, Sangat ji, means I am asking for kiyo, I'm asking for ke. And then Vaheguru Ji will there speak from inside and said, I've provided you with these beautiful, beautiful animals, these cows that you can produce this care through, but you have to go through the process, but it's all come from Vaheguru Ji. And you'll look at that gaa, you look at that cow, and you think about that care that you eat, and you look at that gaa and you say, Vah, and you'll be in Vismad, you'll be in this awe, you'll be wonderstruck, Sangat Ji. If we look at this, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Paatshah Ji di Bani is so beautiful. When they talk to us and they say Vismad Ji, Vismad Ped, Vismad Ji. They said, I'm in awe of you, Vaheguru Ji, looking at what? Ji, all the different types of life forms that exist. Can lage, kende Ji Vismad Ped. Vismad Ped means different. All these different types of life that exist. I'm there, I'm in awe of it. Sangaji, imagine your life becoming like this. Then we won't need to be stimulated through different types of intoxications of drugs, of alcohol. We won't be needed to be stimulated through whatever it means of pleasures of this body, pleasures of this tongue. Then no matter where we look at, we'll be in awe of Vaheguru Ji. That will take us away from addictions. That will take us away from the addiction of social media, of our phones, of WhatsApp and everything else. Then we'll be in control over them, using them as and when how we need. It will be serving us. Everything will become our servant. When we think, we look around, we're in Vismad Ji, all the different types of forms of life. Just like Bhagat Naji would have then had that experience of Vaheguru Ji telling them, saying, Tanna, that I've given you these beautiful animals that you can take care from. That's what Bhagat Naji is saying. I ask directly from the Tarti, because you are in that Tarti, you are the provider of that as well. You provide through that. You've provided a system that through this comes all of this that we are able to actually use today. Vismad Ped, Vismad Rupa. This is actually, why am I going through this? Because it actually links with the Hukamnama today. And as we'll go through the Arth, the literal translations, as we finish off the Shabad, Vismad Rup, Vismad Rang. I'm in awe of looking at all these different forms of you, Vaheguru Ji. Look at you, Vaheguru Ji, the form that you've taken as a tree, as a leaf, as a flower, as the pani, as the tarti, as the water, as the earth, as the air, as the wind, as the sky, as everything. It is different forms of just you, Vaheguru Ji. I mean, looking at how beautiful it is. Vismad Rang. All these different colors, the blue sky. Sangat Ji, sometimes all we need to do is just stand back and look at the different colors of the leaf within one tree. And that one tree, you'll just be you'll be in awe. Imagine life becoming like this. Sangat Ji, looking around and thinking, wow, Vaheguru Ji, Vismad Nang hai, fir hai jant. Can they look at all these different creatures that are running around? They not like us, they don't have to wear these clothes even. You've provided clothes for them in different ways. They're running around naked. Look, when it becomes winter, a certain type of animal, whether it be a type of wolf that lives in regions that it is very cold, exposed to that wintry weather, and you give them thick fur, I'm just blown away. I'm just in awe of you, Vaheguru Ji. Sangat Ji, that's why you'll often find Mahapurkha Sants, they'll watch these type of programs, they'll watch Discovery Channel, they'll watch David Attenborough, because David Attenborough is there exploring the glory of Vaheguru Ji that has manifested in so many different colors. Aha, Iho ji zindagi pyareo, Vismad Paun, you're just blown away that when Paun and you feel the air on your face, when you feel Mafkan, the wind on your face, and you're in awe of it because of what it provides you, what it gives you. That wind helps to carry that oxygen from the trees and gives that and carries it inside of our bodies, takes it into our lungs. Sangat Ji, imagine when we're in awe, when we're in love with Vaheguru Ji. That's what it means to be in love. Vismad, Pani, what the water does for us, it only takes a few days and we can't survive without it. Have we ever just sat down and contemplated how much water plays a part in our life? It goes into so many dishes that we make of food. How it washes things, we bathe with it. Sangaji, we drink it. Without it, we cannot survive. And we're just in Vismad. Sangaji, so my intention isn't to go through that entire pauri, but it's coming back to man icha dan karanang. That what isn't it that Vaheguru Ji is actually gifting us? Vaheguru Ji is actually giving us everything. Vaheguru Ji is giving us whatever we need. And then man icha dan karanang, that the antriv, the deeper artha of that is that whatever I could desire, you have already provided here within this dharti, within this earth. Sarbatra asa purana. That all those hopes that I could imagine, that the ability to achieve them, you have provided all of that to us already. Kande khandanangan kal kaleshe prabh simar. That one that gets rid of our kal, our kalesh, the suffering, the pain of our mind. If ever we had been suffering within our mind and now that suffering is gone, it's only because that doer, that karta made it possible for that pain to reside and go. Otherwise, the moment I felt pain and suffering within inside of me, I felt that clash and doubt and all of this, having no faith, having doubt. Sangaji, if I had control, then I would click my finger and it would be gone. But it is you that takes away that pain and suffering, Vaheguru Ji. So, Simran, Prabh Simran, why don't you remember that one? Meditate on that one. That one isn't far. The one that is able to give us peace of mind is the one that is sitting inside of us that provides that. The one that food that we are eating, Vaheguru Ji isn't far from it. Vaheguru Ji is in that. Sangat Ji, Hab rang maan hai jis sang ta. Pach is saying that all these different colors that you are, Hab means all, Rang means colors, maan hai, mane means to enjoy. Jis sang ta, because of that one, because of the light of that one that is inside of us, we have the ability to even enjoy. Because that one has given us, has blessed us with that grace to even enjoy, to be able to enjoy something is Vaheguru Ji's grace. Because even that is not in our hand. So the moment Pacha Ji says, Jeh Prasad Rang Ras Bhog, because of the grace, due to the grace of that one, I am able to enjoy the different colors of this life, of this world. When that breeze, when I experience that breeze, when I'm experiencing that rain, when experiencing all the different colors of Vaheguru Ji, it's because of your grace. Bhog, I'm going to enjoy the ras, the juice, the rang, the juice of the different colors of this creation. I get to enjoy it through a glass of milk. I get to enjoy it through the ghee that is in the deg. That ghee that is in the deg, that prasad that you provide to us. It is you, Vaheguru Ji, is your grace that I get to even enjoy something. To enjoy something is not any small thing. So, Sangat Ji, Pacha Ji saying to us, Hab rang mane jis sangat hai syo laiye neho, can they fall in love with that one. Sangat Ji, as we're doing katha now, can hear a bird singing. That bird, to be able to enjoy the sound of that bird, to be in Vismad Nad, Pachaji is saying to be in vismad of even that sound. Sangat ji, Pachaji is saying to us, kande vismad naad. Naad means sound. To be able to enjoy the sound of a bird singing. That is Vaheguru Ji's grace. That's another colour. A bird singing is another colour of Vaheguru Ji. Vismad naad. Vismad Ved. Ved meaning any form of experience, gyan that we can have inside. This is an experience. This isn't intellectual knowledge, it's an experience listening to that bird singing. We can be meditating on Vaheguru Ji through that bird. The sound of that. We can be in awe, wow. Padshah Ji is saying to us that fall in love with that one through being in awe of all the different colours of Vaheguru Ji. Kande so shah bind na visaro, kande not even for a bind, not even for a little moment forget that one. Jin sundar rachya deho, that has made this beautiful body of ours. Pauri jio prana, kande the one that has blessed us with this Ji, with this life, Jio with this life, Pran with this breath of life, with Tan with this body, Tan with the wealth that we have been provided with, Diya, the one that has given us Dine Ras Bhog, the one that has given us all these different colours of life to enjoy this life, to enjoy this breath, to enjoy this body, to enjoy the experience of any form of wealth that you have provided to us. Kande grahe mandar, these houses, these mandar, these mansions, these rath, these chariots, meaning the cars, the as, the kore, the horses, being that however powerful these cars are, the one that has provided all of this. Rach pale sanjog. Sangat Ji, Pachaji is saying the one that has a rach, that has made. Oh, this Pangati, this part is beautiful. Pachaji is saying a rach pale sanjog, meaning that has made it, that's blessed us with that opportunity to sanjog, to meet with pale, to meet with beautiful people. I'm in awe of Vaheguru Ji that has done all of this for me. When I see this house, I say, Vah, I'm in vismad. When I see this mandir, I see you within that. When I see the car that you have provided me with, because if that earth wasn't there, the metal that car has been made out of wouldn't be possible. You gave me the strength to go out and earn money to be able to purchase that car. Everything is due to you. I'm in awe when I look at everything. The beautiful people that I meet, I'm thankful to you. Sut Banita, the children, my children. Banita, my partner, Sajan, the friends, Sevak, the people that come and do things for me, serve me, Diye. They are all provided by you, Vaheguru Ji. Prabh Dev and Jog, because you are the only one that has the power and ability to provide those to me. Har Simrat Tan Man Hariya. As remembering Vaheguru Ji in this way, I have become rejuvenated from inside. Hariya, Hariya, I am blossoming from inside in love. Leh jahe vijog, all my suffering has been taken away. Sad sang har gun ramho, bin se sab rog. Sad sang har gun ramho. Constantly remembering the guna, the qualities of Vaheguru Ji amongst those that are drenched already in the colour of Vaheguru Ji. Bin se sab roga, all my sorrows, all my suffering, all my diseases have now been taken away. So Sangat Ji, when we live like that, when you listen to a bird singing and you're just, vismad, Vaheguru, 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 then there's no disease left, there's no suffering left for us. So please forgive me for my mistakes. इतनियां क बेनतियां प्रवान, एक नहीं पर अनेक ही गलतियां हो गई हैं, अनजान बच्चा समझ के बख्श देना। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह।